G'day viewers, welcome to the creative space. Today's craft, we're going to be making some owls. The things you're going to need are some coloured yarn, chenille sticks, you will need some cardboard tubes, some coloured felt, pieces of felt, some twigs, sticks, some craft glue, wobbly eyes, masking tape, or well, any kind of tape, and scissors. The first step is to squash your cardboard tube, which is pretty simple really. You've got your tube, just squash it down. If you don't have cardboard tubes, then simply get some stiff cardboard and cut it into a rectangular shape. That's all you need to do. Then we're going to put a cut, and I've cut this one already. We're going to put a cut in the top of one side, and that's just going to hold our yarn when we get to wind it around. Grab a chenille stick or pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it, fold it in half and cut that, and then fold it again in half. And these are going to form the feet of our owl. And you're going to get some masking tape. And we're going to put them inside the tube. Just like that. They don't have to be accurate, but just like that. So that's their feet. And we'll go on, once you've done that, we'll go on to our next step. All right, we're ready to do some wrapping. So grab the coloured yarn that you want to use. I'll use my red one today. You can also use coloured string or cord if you don't have any yarn. You could even use plastic bags cut into strips to do the same thing if you're talking about sustainability. Now, just simply, I like to put a bit of a length on it, so to drop that through the tube and hook it into that slot in the top. And what we're going to do is simply wrap the yarn all the way around. Don't pull it too tight because you're going to distort the tube. And we'll come back once, so just do that and we'll come back in a second once we're finished. So we're just about done the winding around the tube. It doesn't have to be totally covered unless you want to. And we want to end up back at the top at the slit that we cut in. So all we need to do is get that cord into that slot right there. Cut our tails off, that one, and this one. And there we have the body of the owl. What we're going to do next is to glue the wobbly eyes on. So I'm going to use these big ones, and get your craft glue out. And we're going to glue them on. And of course my glue is, there we go. So plop them onto the owl. Right there's a great spot. There we go. So we've now got our eyes on. Next you want to grab a sheet of felt, and I'm going to use this greeny coloured felt for this stage. We're going to be making the, I guess you call them ears for the owls, and the beak and the wings out of this. So for the ears that we're going to do there, you'll need to make 2 triangles. So I'm just going to cut it's a bit pointy, but that's the idea of it. Yeah, they're pretty good. And they're going to get glued inside the top of the tube. So again, we get, and this will also help hold the tube together. So I'm going to put glue on both sides and then open up the tube and place the ear in there. And what you can then do naturally is trim up the ears if they don't look great, or you want to change it a bit, you can then trim them up and just squish that down there. Now they may be a bit too long, but I'm going to leave them like that. I think they're not too bad. So that's the ears. Now for the beak, you're going to need kind of a diamond shape. So let me cut one out. We'll try just a square like that. And that's then going to be the beak. So that's just a square you can do for that. Let's glue this on. Now the next stage, you can either use the same coloured felt or you can use a different coloured felt for the wings. For the wings, you can cut them out freehand if you want to, but I just want to draw a rough kind of wing, and you want it to be like a teardrop kind of shape. And I'm going to cut, if you can see that, so I'll cut this one out. And that's going to create the wings. So let me use that as a template. So they're both kind of similar. Doesn't really matter if they're not, but if you want it kind of looking balanced. There we go. So that gives us the owl some wings. So once again, get that glue working. And that's pretty much it. That's our owl. Now, what you can do is get a branch, more of a twig, and you can then use the pipe cleaners to wrap around the twig. Like so. And then you have an owl on a branch. You can also put holes, like make a lot of these, put a hole in the top, hang them up and create a mobile, also using bits of twig or branch. That way you can hang it up. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, if you want to keep up to date with other crafty, creative clips, then please hit the subscribe button and like it and share it with your friends. So that's today's Creative Space.